Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. For new people, my name is Amina Jose, and I typically talk about weight loss, fitness, fashion, hair, makeup, etc., even story times. So if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now and hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get notifications whenever I have a new post, right? So you guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is about intermittent fasting. So this is typically for people who want to see a trim cut stomach and get lean so quickly that it's unbelievable. Well, it's not unbelievable, but it does take hard work. You gotta make sure that you're not eating past the time of consumption or before the time of consumption, which I will explain in this video. So if you're interested, go ahead and keep watching. Intermittent fasting and what it really is. So typically we are already fasting throughout our day. If you go to sleep for more than 4 hours, you're typically fasting. So by the time we wake up and by the time we go to sleep, which is typically about 6 to 8 hours of sleep, that time we are not eating any food, which is typically fasting. With intermittent fasting, it's a bit different. Although you might wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you would probably wait to eat until noon or maybe 1 p.m. and then stop eating at around 7 to 8 p.m. I know you're probably asking why, but studies have shown if you've eaten your meals in a certain period of time, it's easier for your metabolism and body to burn and process the food throughout your body, giving you energy and making you slimmer. Intermittent fasting can help cell repair, lower insulin levels, as well as help you lose belly fat. I actually have been fasting for the past, 2 months, and I had a really big problem with my belly. It wasn't shrinking and my waist was at a constant 30, and finally I started fasting, and I got the idea from my doctor. So please, you guys, sorry, I know I need to say this before I say anything. I am not a professional. These are just my opinions. I'm not even a health major or anything, honestly. I just like to research and read, and I like to be informed, and I like to ask my doctor a lot of questions. So I was talking to my doctor and I was having problems with losing weight. I was at about 165 pounds, teetering to 170. Although I was working out and I was definitely lifting very hard and eating my meats and proteins and whatever, I was still having trouble. So my doctor asked me about my eating habits, which I typically thought were pretty healthy. I stayed between 1,500 calories and 1,700 calories per day. With that, I still wasn't losing weight. And my doctor told me, she was like, well, when are you eating? Are you a snacker? Do you tend to eat really late at night? And I said, actually, I do. And that was the biggest thing for me. I like to eat at night, although my food was like popcorn, pretzel, peanut butter cups, you know, something healthy, not chocolate peanut butter cups, but like peanut butter cups with like pretzels, you know what I'm saying? You dip it in the pretzel and the peanut butter, yeah, yada yada, and fruits typically. So with that being said, I realized that maybe I should eat majority of my meals during the time that I am most hungry. So to figure out when you're most hungry, you have to basically go through a day without eating. So I started and I woke up and was like, am I hungry when I woke up this morning? And typically I wasn't really hungry this morning. And I know a lot of people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day because you break your fast. But typically it is the most important. But if you're breaking your fast at any time of the day, it's still gonna help you and be valuable to your body. So for me, I typically like to fast until 3 p.m. and then stop eating at around 10 to 11. I know you guys are like, wow, that's ridiculous, but sometimes I get off of work really late at around 11 and I like to eat, and I know I don't go to sleep till maybe 2 in the morning, which I know are bad sleeping habits, but as long as I'm getting a full 8 hours of sleep and on a sleep schedule, that is considered healthy. We're like, wow, that can't be healthy. Like, you're not eating, you're not having enough food in your body. But that's not true. Typically, I only fast 4 times a week, so 3 times out of the week, I have a normal meal, normal food whenever I want, 6 meals a day. But when I'm fasting, I'm typically not that hungry and my stomach gets smaller. Although I still eat around 3 meals a day fasting, my portion sizes are much smaller because I'm already full from the meal I ate earlier that day, which is why intermittent fasting is very beneficial. Instead of spreading your meals out throughout the day, you're going to have a large sum of your meal in around 6 to 8 hours, which will make you feel full, control your hunger, reduce your appetite, and let you look good. A few tips to give you guys when you're fasting that I do is make sure you consume water in the morning. Although you're fasting, you can still drink water. You can drink water throughout the day because water has no calories and is extremely healthy for you. If you're gonna fast, make sure you're staying away from fried foods. Try to go for the brown rice and quinoa, the turkey instead of the chicken, or the chicken breast instead of the dark meat. I don't eat red meat, and I think if you guys don't want to eat meat at all, fish is a good option. It's also good to go vegan or vegetarian. Also, stay away from cheese and dairy products. Dairy really is not good for you. Sorry, you guys, I am not, I don't know. Who studies dairy? Whoever studies dairy, it's not good for you. I'm sorry, we're not baby cows. We are the only people who drink milk from another animal. Does that seem normal to you guys? It's really not normal. So milk really isn't good for you. And neither is cheese. It's extremely processed and very high in fats and calories. Another tip is to count your macros. So go ahead and look at the back of the packs that you're eating. See how much sodium and how many carbs and how many saturated fats and regular fats are in there. You need to make sure that you're seeing this to make sure you're getting enough amount of proteins, fats, sugars, etc. throughout your day. If you're not, then you're really just fasting and not getting any nutritional benefits, which can make you feel slim and look slimmer, but you're not really healthy when it comes to your gains and your muscles. Especially if you want to grow your glutes, you have to be eating enough protein, enough carbs, and enough fats. If you are going to fast on the day that you go to the gym, I recommend going light. Don't lift too heavy unless it's in the beginning of the day before you break your fast. Typically when I'm fasting and I don't break my fast till around maybe 2 p.m., I like to do fasted cardio. And for my fasted cardio, I typically like to sprint for about 30 seconds off, 45 to 1 minute off, at an incline of about 3.5 to a range of 9 to 12 on my treadmill. So if you guys are interested in watching a sprinting video and how I run to burn my stomach, keep my curves, and make sure that my plump thighs and booty is still there, just go ahead and thumbs up this video. Although there's a lot of benefits with intermittent fasting, I say that you should go ahead and research it yourself and see if this is something you're interested in. For me, I love intermittent fasting, and it has been something in my family's tradition because I was actually born Muslim. My family is still Muslim, so I grew up fasting during Ramadan and things like that. So with me doing that, I kind of got used to it and sort of enjoyed it because I noticed the majority of the time when I'm fasting, I'm also slimming down while praising the Lord. So which is really nice for me. Another thing with intermittent fasting, if you want to make sure that you get the gains and the muscles and you grow all the glutes you want, you need to make sure that when you're lifting or when you're doing a heavy day, that it's in between the portion of the time where you can eat. So typically when I know I'm going to lift, I have a meal before and then I have a meal after. I do it that way because I like to give myself energy before I work out, and then I would like to do build and muscle recovery after my workout, which is typically with a protein shake. But if not a protein shake, it's typically my cheat day, so I like to have something higher in calorie just to make sure I'm getting those gains and that fat back there at the area I'm trying to sculpt. So if you guys are really interested in intermittent fasting, I say go ahead and try it out for yourself. First, start off small. Maybe fast till noon and then eat again until 8 p.m. and then after 8 p.m. that will be the cutoff time, and then you won't be able to eat again until the next noon of the day. Does that make sense? So you're gonna fast from noon to 8 p.m. and then from 8 p.m. all the way to noon again, you're not going to eat. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm saying circular. Yeah, you guys try it yourself. Let me know how it goes, and if you guys want me to post my progress, just let me know in the comments. And I will also be posting a before and after picture of when I started intermittent fasting, and I actually started in January if I did not remember to mention that. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't think I remember to mention that. I actually started intermitting in January, and today is actually March. Right now my current weight is around 152. When I started fasting, I was at 165. And I actually talked to my doctor about it, who honestly is the best person to go to about it, your doctor. And I actually had to take this test before I started intermittent fasting. This test calculated my rate, my metabolism rate, saying like if I wasn't working out for the day, how many calories I would burn not working out. So for my body personally, I burn about 530 calories not working out. You guys, this is different for everyone. Not everyone's gonna have it like this, but because I have a fast metabolism, I work out like 5 to 6 times a week. My body typically is just on that side to just burn calories faster. Also, when I did this test, it also told me the calories I'm supposed to be eating, which is between 1,500 and 1,700 to lose weight, and to maintain weight, it's between 1,700 all the way to 2,000 pounds. So that's the weight that I would use to maintain. If I were to bulk or want to gain some more muscle mass, I would eat above 2,000 calories, typically 2,500 calories. You know, it's about, I'm not sure how much is a pound again, 3,500, 3,000, whatever. So you can typically do the math to try to see how many calories you want to burn in a week, or how many calories you want to gain in a week. Healthy weight loss and weight gain is typically 1 to 2 pounds a week. Anything more than that can really like deplenish your muscles. You're probably not even losing real weight. You're probably losing water weight or even your muscle mass. So just really be careful with trying to lose weight really quickly. Intermittent fasting is a really good way to do it because you're actually burning the fat, and typically you're going to be burning more fat on your stomach area. So intermittent fasting is really for people who want to burn belly fat and want to get that slim trim waist. I did say I would post before and afters, but I guess I could quickly lift up my shirt and show you guys my tummy if you guys would like. Take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your heart. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Go ahead and click that like button, that subscribe button, and ding that bell to get post notifications. I'll be posting about once a week nowadays, so thank you guys so much for watching my videos. There'll be more coming soon. Bye!